Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. We got Veterans Day here in the United States, which is a bank holiday. So the market's still open, but banks are closed. So volume might be a little bit less than normal. But we'll see. So my game plan today was looking for longs if we get a pullback and hold above this value area low level from yesterday, which is around 25,508. And then for ES, that's actually quite a bit lower, down to like the 6,800 level. So we have been kind of grinding down all night. So we'll see what the market opens like. So I did a fib from this most recent move. We're kind of hovering between the 0.5 and 618 level. So it'll be interesting to see if we're kind of establishing a base for a move higher, or if this downtrend is going to continue. VWAP from yesterday is also right around this level too. So my thoughts for today are to kind of just take what the market gives me. I'm not counting on a huge directional move just because of possibly lower volume, but we'll see what we get. Let me check financial juice, make sure nothing else new popped up. Yeah, just a bunch of Fed speakers today. Shouldn't even say a bunch, just two. So Trump has the Veterans Day ceremony, and then Fed bar speaking later this afternoon. So we shouldn't have much in terms of news unless some random announcement gets made that's not on the calendar. So if this downtrend is going to continue and we are going to come back down to this value area low, a possible area to bounce up to is VWAP, which also is this high volume node from the overnight area or overnight session. So that would be an area I'm watching for a return to for a short. And we have VWAP over here on ES too. Good morning, good morning. I do see that this level that we're at right now could be a spot for a bounce up. Kind of establishing a little bit of a base. So we might open up in the New York Open and then reject. Kind of my thought, but we'll see. Who knows? Honestly, nobody knows unless you got the big bucks and you're the one moving the market. What are you guys thinking, chat? You thinking last night was kind of just a pullback and the move up from yesterday is going to continue? Or do you think that slow grind up from last night, or yesterday really, is ready to correct today and we're going down? What are your thoughts? We'll see how the market opens. If it opens heavy and it drops below this support level that I have in the 500s, we're going down. But if that holds, could be a different story. Low volume and no news tends to be bullish. Yeah, I feel you on that. And then followed by a day with news and with volume, and it just crashes. It's like we have slow grind up days and then followed by just a super quick correction. Is there always music in the background you just noticed? Yeah, usually. I usually have the volume on super low though. Good morning, good morning. People coming in with their coffee, ready to rock. All right, we're starting to reject a little bit. We still have 2 minutes till the open though. Oh man, old trader's got 4 cups of coffee. He's having a grumpy morning. So it's officially cold here. Like this morning it was 36 degrees, which is cold for Houston. So I don't know if anyone in the chat drinks Element. It's the like electrolyte salty drink. I usually drink it cold, but when it's cold outside like this, they have a... If you guys haven't tried it and you like salty stuff, you should try it. It's so good. It's like hot chocolate, but with a little bit of salt in it. Delicious. No, the normal Element cold for sure. Even better if you have some ice cubes in it. But they have a hot line that's chocolate. Like they have a regular chocolate, mint chocolate, and then caramel chocolate, I think. And you mix it with hot water. It's good stuff. You drink poor man's Element? Yeah, there's lots of variations of it now that it's gotten popular. Well, market's open, not a super clear direction yet, kind of just staying in this chop zone that we've been in for the last couple of hours. Oh, only lemon lime. You're missing out on the fun flavors. No, actually, I think like lemon lime Gatorade, not I don't drink it, but I think that's the most popular flavor. Oh, that blue VWAP, the one that it's sitting below right now, that is yesterday's New York anchored VWAP. Usually as the session gets started, I delete it. That just kind of gives me an idea of like, is it below yesterday's average price? So should we be looking for shorts? Is it above yesterday's average price? Should we be looking for longs? But I don't keep it up because then it ends up being too many lines. Still hovering in this chop. All right, starting to break above it a little bit. Let's see what happens up here at VWAP. There is some confluence for this level, VWAP obviously, and then this high volume node from last night. So that's around 25,662-ish. ES did come up to VWAP. Definitely lower volume than normal, as suspected. Hello, Jeff. I was kind of watching for NQ to come back up to VWAP and reject. Kind of wondering if it's going to come up that much higher, because ES already did. So is it just going to go down from here? Goodness, you guys, is this going to even be a tradable day? All right, finally starting to get some movement. Let's see what happens up here at VWAP. Oh, you got it in a long, G-Man. I don't know. I'm kind of watching for shorts. So there's a couple of thoughts on how things could go today. If it is going to be low volume, one big buyer or seller could come in and just make this market move. So there could be the potential for a good position Or it could just chop all day, and that would not be fun. So I'll sit and watch it for a while, but if it's gonna stay like this for the rest of the day, we're not gonna be watching this crap. Another like, let's go. Appreciate it, MB Trader. Anyone else who hasn't hit that like button, go hit it. And subscribe while you're at it if you haven't already. So it came up to New York point of control and rejected pretty cleanly. ES is sitting under VWAP. See if we can actually break out of this chop. I know, so close. Might even get there today. Might get to 6K today. That'd be awesome. 4 minutes until this opening range is set. Is it going to give us some sort of clear direction? What are we doing here? It hurts my eyes. I can't look anymore. Yeah, I know. It's pretty ugly. I want to get in a short. I just want to make sure it's not going to go up a little bit higher first. Because like I said, ES rejected VWAP pretty cleanly. NQ rejected point of control. And we have lots of room to the downside if that's the direction we're going today. Just when you think it's going to break, it snaps back up. Yeah. Gotta love those low volume days. Still hovering in that consolidation zone that we've been in since 3, 4 o'clock this morning, Central Time. Coming back up to that New York anchored VWAP. All right, Waffles, have a good one. Oh, cool. If you guys are not in Discord, click the link in the description. Waffles has been doing some chart analysis on different stocks and options and stuff like that in our Discord. So if you guys are interested in hopping on that and you're not already in Discord, come join us. ES is coming back up towards the range high. NQ is really just hovering in the middle. Probably right around the 50% area. Yeah, a little bit above. Well, I definitely expected volume to be lower today because of the holiday. I did not expect it to be non-existent. Trading Asia was actually a better opportunity than this. Coming back down. There we go. Alrighty. I'm in it. 607. Gonna see if we can get back down to value area low. Yeah, Nick, that's actually why I'm taking profit at value area low. Because I feel like that could be a spot where we bounce. We shall see. How's it going, Nick? Feel like I haven't seen you in a while. You had a new job and then your schedule changed. Good to see you in the chat, man. Facts, it will bounce. I don't know. I feel like it's dangerous to talk about the market and trading like that. Might get yourself in trouble. It will do what I am predicting it will do. As soon as I get too confident, the market likes to humble me. So I always just say, like, I think this is what it's going to do, but I'm going to manage risk and make sure to trim my stop because I'm ready to be wrong. Well, it's definitely sitting below that 15-minute opening range low. Let's see if we get some continuation, though, because today has definitely been choppy and low volume. So it's one of those things where if a buyer steps in, they could just move the market wherever they want to. Or opposite, if a seller steps in, we could go retrace all those lows from yesterday. So if this value area low, this 505 level doesn't hold, could go way down. I mean, we could come back down to like 25, 300-ish. Or even more if we're going to fill that gap. Where is New York anchored VWAP? Still way up there. I was going to use that to trail my stop a little bit closer, but it's still way up there. ES is getting a little bit of a bounce. Come on, go lower. That's interesting. They're not really moving together right now. Yeah, it is interesting actually. I feel like ES has a little bit more of a range. Like obviously dollar for dollar it's smaller, but it just seems like there's more volatility with ES right now. What is our range? The 15-minute opening range was, oh gosh, 63 points for NQ. That's just gross. ES is coming back up to that anchored VWAP. I'm already in a trade, but that could be a decent short opportunity if it rejects here. Come on, NQ. Are you going to go down? Nope. Getting bought back up. Pretty sure that was my stop loss. Yup. Alrighty then. ES is back up to that opening range high and VWAP. That's interesting. Watching to see if ES closes up here or if this is going to reject, because this is a pretty key level. Opening range high and VWAP. If it closes above, could be wrong on watching for shorts. That was a strong 5-minute candle. On both, really. So what would it look like in terms of risk to reward if we targeted up towards that overnight high. I don't know. Still could reject here, but also could be retesting VWAP to go higher. Right now I'm watching this level ES. Closed above the 15-minute opening range high and VWAP. Coming back down to retest it. It's just a matter of if we're going to get some continuation back up. That's what I'm watching for. Watching for a long. Nope. It's not holding there. Goodness, goodness, goodness. It's definitely not clean today. Chopping around all over the place. All right. Now that it's come down, we can watch this NQ level at value area low. See if it bounces there or if this thing is just going to dump down beyond that level. Didn't really give us a good clean entry. NQ never came up to the top of the opening range, which was where VWAP was. So that would have been a good spot. Didn't come there. And then ES was kind of a fake out. I was almost looking for longs there. All over the place. NQ is much more clearly outside of the range, but starting to bounce back up. ES is closing back inside the range. Rejecting VWAP. Are we going to go back down? You kind of want this to go up. I don't know. It doesn't look like it wants to go up. But with volume being so low, any one big buyer could just bring it up. Tell us a story while we wait for a trade. Tell you a bedtime story to go along with this choppy price action, putting everyone to sleep. Ask me a question. What do you want to talk about? All right, I got a question for you guys in general in the chat. Anyone like full on Christmas mode yet? I have 3 little kids, so in our house it goes from Halloween to Christmas. Thanksgiving gets skipped. Like November 1st, it's Christmas time. My daughter asked if we could put up our Christmas tree right after Halloween, the day afterwards. And she asked me to go up, or my husband really, she asked my husband to go up into their attic to get the Christmas decorations because she wanted to start wearing her Santa hat to school. Oh, and last night, Christmas music on Alexa. They always request songs that they want. And lately it's been Christmas music. So finally the weather's starting to get cooler and it's, starting to feel like Christmas. But that first week in November, it just felt wrong. Like it was still 88 degrees outside. It was weird. Oh, Aaron, you run a light show. I love it. Do you have like the coordinated music and everything to go with it? I haven't been watching gold. What is gold doing? Hovering around in my support zone that I got. Let's see if it bounces here. So this is actually an interesting spot for a gold long. The bottom of my high volume node, so this is a support area, plus this is the overnight low right here at 4123.2. Definitely could be a good spot to go long on gold. Kimmer, are you talking about just the Discord group in general, or you're trying to like DM me personally? Kimmer, let me get the invite link. I'll put it in the chat. There you go. That should work. What time is it on my side? I am Central Time Zone, so it's 9:17 a.m. Well, both NQ and ES finally broke out of that choppiness. ES was the one that kept trying to go back into the range. I'm kind of torn on targets for ES and NQ. So NQ, value area low, is down here. That's kind of what I was thinking for a possible bounce. ES is way above value area low. Like NQ is likely going to hit before ES does. So we'll have to watch and see what happens. I think what I'm going to do is watch what happens at value area low for NQ, and if it just drops below, then I'll hold on to the ES trade. Yeah, gold definitely did not hold that level. Yikes. It's going down hard. Holy cow. So when I'm taking my entries, I usually stay on the 5-minute chart. But when I'm marking off my levels and stuff, I'll move out to the 1 hour, 4 hour, kind of just to see the bigger picture. We have 7 minutes until our initial balance is set. I'm not convinced that we're going to get an amazing setup, but just something to watch for. And then if we don't get some sort of movement soon, I'll probably just be done trading for the day. Jeez. Oh, man. Anyone still in a gold short? That is just printing money right now. All right, we're getting a bounce back up. Makes sense if gold is dropping like that. A lot of times they're inverse. NQ and ES are inversely correlated. have this wrong. YM is looking good. Whoa. Dang. Still feel like NQ could come a little bit lower to test the bottom of this high volume node and value area, low area. So if we are going to get a bounce, I think it could come a little lower first. Take no marvel, are you getting into a YM trade? Is that why you're making prayer requests? Yeah, I'm kind of wishing that I did that on gold. Not really. I've learned my lesson the hard way on that, but I was flipping over here at like 41.17 is when I was watching it dump. And it just kept going down. Definitely one of those nice momentum trades that you just could have marketed in. But those are always the trades that as soon as I do it, it flips the other direction. So again, I've learned my lesson on those. Don't do it. NQ and ES are not really moving together right now. Always grinding. Welcome. I do. So Monday through Friday at the open. So usually around 9:15 Eastern time. Might call it a day here soon though. This holiday volume, no fun to trade. Take note, how's your YM YOLO trade going? Uh-oh. See, that's what would have happened to me. As soon as I entered just to like ride the momentum, that's when the pullback happens. I hope you get some continuation on that. Gold, where's this thing going? Got some support in this general area right here. 40.91 to like 40.80. Oh my gosh. G-Man, did you ride that? Did you get in that short? I hope so. I feel like you're watching gold during the New York session more often these days. All right, so NQ is coming down towards this value area low, which is kind of what I was watching for a bounce at. If it drops below this level, then I'll hold my ES trade. If it starts to bounce, then I'm going to get out of it. All right, Grumpy, have a good one. There we go. NQ is at that value area low. I don't see buyers stepping up yet. If NQ falls below this level, we're going down hard. At least another 150 points, I think. Yeah, I'm in a short on ES. So we broke out of the 15-minute opening range low, and then came back up and retested that New York anchored VWAP and rejected. So took a short, but I like to watch NQ and ES next to each other because they usually move together. And this is an area of support that I have marked off on NQ. So if it starts to bounce here, I'll close out my trade. If it starts to drop below, I'll hold the ES trade for lower. So far it's holding, but I'm not seeing any big bounces yet. No, I'm not switching back to ES. Really, I've just been watching both to get confluence on my trades and the direction. And then I just take a trade on whichever one seems cleaner at the time. So I would say 90% of the time it's NQ. Today it just happened to be ES. Actually, yesterday on stream, I took a really good trade. It was like a $1,200 profit trade, and it was on ES. But most of the time, it's NQ. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about NQ that just like pulls you in. Once you have a taste, you can't unknow it. We're definitely at an interesting spot. Both NQ and ES are kind of at some support levels. You went long on gold. Did it finally bounce? Finding a little bit of support, huh? We might end up getting this bounce here. This is the level on NQ I was watching, even from last night. So we might hold here. All right, I'm going to close out my trade. Closing it out. Starting to get that bounce. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it. This is ugly price action, not fun. Time to be done trading for the day. I'll be back live tomorrow. Hopefully we have some more volatility and it's more fun. Have a good one, you guys. Take care.